Hey everybody, welcome back. Just wanted to talk today about Steven Jackson. If you haven't heard about it, Steven Jackson just signed a contract with the Atlanta Falcons, and I thought the Falcons were good before. I think this puts them, right up there. I know last year, this past season, they had a great season. Just came up a little bit short, but this could be the piece that puts them over the top. Re-signing, getting Tony Gonzalez to come out of retirement, basically and bringing him back was huge. And this is basically just a huge, huge step for the Falcons. In terms of fantasy football value, let me start by mentioning again, talking about Tony Gonzalez. Still, he showed last year that he's still one of the top tight ends in the game. And when you basically take Tony Gonzalez and bring him back and add into the equation Steven Jackson at running back, and you've got Roddy White and Julio Jones on the wideouts, and you've just got a star-studded offense. I think there's value across the board. I don't think you can go wrong with Jones at wide receiver or White. I think either of those guys are easily number ones again. Gonzalez is definitely going to be a number one tight end. And as for Steven Jackson, I think that the motivation is still there, of course. The guy is a warrior. The guy puts it all on the line. He brings it every single down. And also, I think when you take a Jaquez Rogers, who saw quite an up step in his playing time this past season, I think Rogers will continue to see a lot of third down work. I think they'll probably run some trick plays. So in terms of Rogers' value, I know towards the end of last year, a lot of people were talking about moving him up on the pegging order. Me personally, I'm going to stay away from Jaquez Rogers this season. And, if I could get a Steven Jackson, I sure as heck would. Because, like I said, the motivation, the talent, the team that he's on, it's an awesome situation. So I look big time for the Falcons to just absolutely take off. In terms of other moves in free agency, one more thing I wanted to definitely talk about was Danny Amendola signing yesterday with the Patriots. When I recorded my last video, I was talking about Wes Welker going to the Broncos, and of course at that point didn't know about Amendola. The Danny Amendola signing was kind of a surprise, but knowing the Patriots, I guess we shouldn't be surprised that they actually had something else up their sleeve. Amendola, excellent wide receiver, but as for comparing him with Welker, other than Welker's awful injury that he had some years back, Wes Welker is there week in and week out. And Wes Welker, for one thing, made an incredible comeback from his injury. Danny Amendola, guy goes out there, he gives you all he's got. But Danny Amendola gets nicked up a lot. And when he gets nicked up, it usually ends up costing him games. So that's the kind of guy who, if I've got him on my bench and I can use him, I'm surely going to do that. But I'm not going to necessarily look to a Danny Amendola and plug him in as a Wes Welker. So when comparing the two, I don't think it's even close. I'll take Wes Welker every single time. As for this blog, this YouTube video thing that I'm doing here, I just wanted to do a big shout out to my son Seth. He's been a great supporter. He watches my videos. He critiques them. He tells me how much he likes them, and that's really nice because he really doesn't have to do that because he's still going to get his allowance and whatever regardless. So a big shout out and a big thank you to Seth. I just want to thank everyone who's out there listening, who's out there spreading the word. And hey, like I said, please let me know suggestions, things you'd like to see, things you'd like me to talk about, that kind of thing, and I most definitely will include it. So anyway, I'm going to get going, and hope to hear from you soon, everyone, and I'll be back. Take care. Bye-bye.